Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast.
You know, sometimes life doesn't go the way you want it to go. And you think everything's heading down this one trajectory, only for it to switch up and go a completely different direction at some point. And hey, you know what? This direction's not bad. It's not where we thought it was going to be. It's not where we thought it was destined, but it's not bad. And that's Robert Beal Jr., edge rusher for the 49ers, number 43 on our roster countdown. He was drafted as a speed edge rusher. He's one of the fastest guys to come out of the combine at the edge position. Ran a 4.47 at 6'4", 250. Dude is jacked, no bad weight on him whatsoever, in elite speed. But the weird thing is, he's not a speed rusher, really at all. He has no pass rush plan ever, runs head up into the offensive tackle every single play, zero impact on pass rush whatsoever. But there is a silver linings here. He has developed into being a quality run stuffer and special teams stud. I would argue the second best special teams player the 49ers had last year. Yeah, one of the worst special teams units in the NFL. Only Chris Conley I would put ahead of him, but Robert Beal showing out on punt return, kickoff return. Like, he is a force on special teams and very solid against the run. So the strength and the speed didn't work the way you wanted to as a speed rusher. That's what he was drafted as. But not a bad player, and definitely going to be involved in the defensive end rotation, which is one of the least depth positions the 49ers have. The trade, going and getting, the edge rusher from Philly, that's huge. But yeah, the run stuffing, that is why Robert Beal will stay on this roster. Now, he has fallen. A 15-spot drop from last year. He was number 28. Everybody thought he was going to be that situational pass rush guy. 28th on the list last year, all the way down to 43. His rookie year was 36. And rookie year was rough. It never really got going. He was injured all of training camp, never even practiced in pads. One day in training camp. Rookie year just got delayed. And then, last year, solid. And still trying to figure some things out. It's not like you can't use him as a pass rusher. It's just there has not been one quality pass rush snap. I can honestly say that. It's bad. But against the run, that dude can set the edge perfectly. He could take on blocks, really good, freeing up the outside shoulder and just maintaining the edge containment. In special teams, awesome. The speed shows. He wears jersey number 51, 6'4", 250, 34 and 5/8-inch arms. This dude is an athletic specimen. Robert Beal Jr. is 25 years old, ran that 4.40. That's top 98th percentile of edge players. Speed, baby. 1.62 10-yard split, 30-inch vertical, 10.3 broad. You put in, you put in his measurables in the mock draftable machine. Here are his comps. Derek Hall, 85 percentile match. Will Anderson, 82 percentile match. Corey Lemonnier, old 49er, 81 percentile match. Jermaine Johnson, 81 percentile. He's got some elite strength, size, speed, you name it. And he's going into his third season. He's a Georgia boy. Went to Norcross High School, then transferred to IMG Academy, then to Peachtree Ridge High School, and then committed to the Bulldogs. He was a 5-star recruit, goes by RJ, was the 27th overall player nationally, ESPN 5-star recruit, elite athleticism, development, all those things. And, man, really, regional titles in the shot put, threw over 50 feet, discus over 146, strong speed, you name it. And won 2 college football national championship with Georgia in 2021 and 2023. Had a learning design and technology degree, and again, brought in to be a speed rusher. And Josh, who's one of the executive producers, is one of his favorite players and big fan of him. Just hasn't turned into what Josh or anybody else thought it was. Just kind of deviated from the plan. The injuries early, no pass rush plan. Can he finally take that big leap? That's the thing. He can play the run. He can play special teams. There's a need for that. He's a 5th-round pick. I don't think that this has been a quote-unquote bust or anything along those lines. He's going to make this roster. He's going to be a part of the rotation. But is he ever going to be more than a Bravo-style run, that B group, the backup defensive line group run stuffer and special teamer? I don't know if that's in the cards. The athleticism says yes. But, you look at the D-line and Chris Kusarek, I don't know who he's developed outside of DJ Jones. man, it would be awesome if we could develop him into a pass rusher. He's got the traits. He's just not getting the coaching, or something's not sticking. And so it's just rough. But you look at him, he had a 77.4 special teams grade last year, one of the best. It was just awesome. Now, his career stats, 22 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 quarterback hit, 1 sack. He's played in 18 games. Last year, he played 17 games. 17 tackles of 14 games. My bad, I messed up there. But, played pretty well. Had a hamstring injury his rookie year, missed the first 8 games, missed 2 games last year with an ankle injury, nothing too bad there, and was drafted in the 5th round, the 38th pick overall, which he's lived up. You look at that 5th round, it hasn't been good except for the player that went 4 picks after him, Puka Nacua. And, yeah, you want to be like, man, could you imagine getting Puka Nacua in that spot? There's not a lot of those guys that go around. Rams hit a home run there. But if you look at the rest of the 5th round, guys like Darrell Luter Jr., Robert Beal's on par. Like, you've gotten your value from him. He signed a 4-year, $4 million deal. And, can he step it up? Last year played 386 snaps. 238 of those were on special teams, 148 on defensive line play. Again, run game, solid. He's an ideal team run gap defender, rotational backup defensive end, and I'm not even putting him very high on the defensive end list. Like, Sam Okuano's ahead of him, Mitir Gross-Matos is ahead of him, but there's a role for these guys, especially in the 3rd, 4th quarter where games get long and people are tired. You can send them out there and get 4 to 5 snaps, especially on early downs, and give guys like Nick Bosa, give guys like Mykel Williams a break. And, if you could combine Robert Beal with your speed rusher Bryce Huff, you have a complete player. Even though they're built almost the exact same, they just feature themselves in 2 different ways. So, Robert Beal, it would be huge if the 49ers could get more out of him, and some pass rush productivity would come. But if you tell me you're getting 400 snaps from this guy again like you did last year, and he's a stud special teamer and a rotational defensive line, awesome. This 49ers team needs more depth, glue guys like that. So, Robert Beal, keep doing what you're doing. It'd be nice if we can get some of the pass rush out of you, but if not, there's a role in the NFL for this type of player, and the 49ers are better for having Robert Beal. It's just special teams. Can the entire unit go up with him being a part of it instead of just being one of the 2 or 3 guys that contributed last year? So Robert Beal comes in number 43, and for the 49ers rush team, we're just going to keep counting them down.